Alright guys, I don't know if anyone's in the stream, so I'm just gonna start talking to myself. But today is Music Monday. The first ever Music Monday, I might add. But we're gonna go on a mini shiny hunt. Oh, look at that Christmas. Look at those Christmas decorations on the house. Mini shiny hunt. I don't know if anyone is in the stream, but if you are, leave a comment so I know. Say hi. Because I'm probably talking to myself. And I'm okay with that. Because, oh man, you know what? I need to send gifts to people. What? Oh wait. Hang on, guys. I gotta send some gifts. Send a gift to you. Christmas to you. Christmas here. Christmas there. Yo, what's up, Sky? What is up, my man? It is almost 12 o'clock for you, and you're on our stream. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it very much. Very, 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 very... Oh my gosh, she got a Togetic 100 too. Lucky her. Lucky her. Alright, we sent 3 gifts. Match up. This is the last 40 minutes of the event. Hey, how many people are in the stream right now? How many people are in the stream? If y'all can let me know, so I'm aware of how many people are actually watching this right now. Ugh. Starlies. Psyduck. Wait, let's check this Ralts first. Ralts and Psyduck. No. No. I'm super happy we got the shiny Psyduck this event though. Super, super happy. That was the one I really wanted the most, but I kind of want another one to complete the fam. If not, it's okay. No biggie. Yeah, how many people are on the stream? How many people in the stream? Is my Charizard still have a gift to give me? Guys, alright, we gotta like stop so I can like take this gift. I don't know actually, where's this guy? That's gonna be hard. See, it's the one, but I don't think this recording is much send notifications. Yeah, it should in a second. Thanks for letting me know though. Thank you. It takes a little bit. It takes a little while. Since I think you're following me on Twitch, so you just kind of know. We'll wait for the bot. Up to me. Up to me. Badoof. Alright, I'm gonna call Tracy in a sec. bot just sent out the notification. Yep, we good. Alright, let me park here. So we're gonna quickly grab some of these Pokestops here. I might even do this rocket. Is that not in range? Tracy is getting her earbuds. KK. Hi, Tracy.
I'm actually trying to connect my wireless earbuds right now.
Okay, you're on the stream right now. I don't think anyone's here yet besides Sky. Sky's always here. I'm probably gonna get more Pokeballs for you. Yep. Yep. Oh, your bag's full. What? Oh my gosh. Your bag is overflowing. Alright, I'm gonna throw away.
Yeah, I actually just leveled up too. So, like, even more. Give me a minute. I'll burn some Pokeballs so that I can do it.
I'm gonna throw some pineapples away.
No, I like the pineapple. Throw away the red. The basic red.
Okay. Why are things not spitting? Okay.
You can also throw away some.
I didn't hear you cut off.
Oh, I said you can throw away the Hyper Potion.
Are you playing on it right now? Is that why I can't spin?
I'm opening my.
What's up, Sad the Bad?
But my Pokemon. Did you use some stuff to heal them?
Nope. I threw away a bunch of stuff. Pokeballs are.
I'm gonna reopen it up.
Are you in your game right now? Because I can't spin stops for you.
You need me to get off?
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh well, forget the stop.
Shout my name if you need me. I'm watching.
Okay, wait, what?
Oh, I said shout my name.
Okay.
Watch.
Wow, your mic is really bad. Like it cuts out like every 5 seconds.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. You had me change the stupid sensitivity because my keyboard. Is this better?
I guess so. I can tell once you talk more.
No, it was because like the sensitivity was a lot higher.
Yeah.
A lot lower. Because it kept picking up my keyboard sounds and like people were commenting on it in the Twitch and all that.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds way better.
Anyway, shout my name if you need anything. I'm listening to scary stories about murderers and stalkers and creepers on Pokemon Go.
What the really?
Yeah.
What the heck? Show me later. What the heck? What is this?
Will do. There was actually this one Korean guy who was trying to hit on this girl. When she was like it was her first time actually going out to play Pokemon Go. And literally like he tried to like freaking kidnap her and all that. And there was another one where there was a group of little kids who wanted to try and raid on a gym. They were about like 6 to 7 year olds. There was a couple like 12 and 13 year olds, but not a lot. But yeah. Some guy approached them, and he basically was like, oh, hop in, like, you guys are playing Pokemon Go, right? I can drive you to, like, the nearest gym, etc., etc., and they got excited, and they were going to, but, like, the girl in the story, like, noticed that, like, that guy was talking to them, because she had noticed the car, like, you know, slowly driving around that park earlier that day, and, like, she thought it was weird that it was still hanging around, so she got, like, creeper vibes off of it, and, like, she approached and was like, hey, like, do you kids know this guy? Because he was saying like, oh, like, you know, I know them, I'm just driving them over to the nearest gym for the Pokemon, etc. And they're like, oh no, we just met him, but he said he was going to drive us to the gym, so, and he was trying to convince us to join them, and I was just like, I just kidding that dumb. Like, don't hop in the car with a stranger, you don't know them, you don't know what they're gonna do to you.
I've actually done that before. I've hopped in the car with some strangers who I met before.
I mean, you weren't a little kid, so like.
Yeah. I'm like,
but
yeah. I've definitely met people at the park and be like, yo, let's go to this rave. Yeah, I hopped in their cars. I mean, some are really nice. Like, someone was like a mom. This dude I met. Wait, what led you to look?
I did an Esperade earlier.
I know, and I'm gonna smack you because why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?
Do what?
Why'd you do the Esperade?
Because I wanted an Esper.
Well, I can get you a free one. Why'd you use your pass?
It was for free pass. It's fine.
Oh my god! Even the remote pass, a remote pass, free remote pass. You might as well use it on a legendary or save it for the long run.
Fine.
I was like, I saw that. I was like, Tracy.
Hey, I want to use the orange one, but I can't drive over there. Okay.
And I can use it. I can use the orange pass and get you an Esper, and it's free. Yeah, never use the purple one.
Jeez, and I'll leave that stuff to you then.
Yes. I mean, you can do whatever you want in your game. I'm just saying, I don't think that was the best free-to-play option.
I wasn't sure if you were going to go out today, that's why.
Though they're gonna be in raids for a while, so there's no rush on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you handle it then.
Thank you. I was like, oh my gosh, she did the Esper raid. What a waste. 100% Surskit.
There's scary stories about stairs in the middle of the woods that appear out of nowhere and bad things happen to go up them.
How long will Esper stay? Esper is gonna be...
Like,
Go ahead, yeah. Sorry, I was replying to chat.
No, I was just gonna tell the story. You can go ahead.
No, it's okay, go ahead.
It's basically like to help keep the stream interesting. But basically, Esper's staying in the raids for like a while.
Basically for...
When you find your notification thing.
They're going to be rotating in and out of one-star raids for... Just like Shinx. Just like Shinx does. Just like Absol does. Just like... So, there's no rush to get them, guys. Everyone's going gung-ho because of what we call FOMO. Fear of missing out.
Yeah, FOMO.
FOMO. It's a very contagious...
It's going to last like around 2 weeks, it says.
Guys, don't fall for FOMO. It's very contagious.
Yeah.
In Pokemon Go.
I always hop onto that. I at least try and get one, and then I'm
Tracy,
like, okay, I can just wait out the rest.
Tracy definitely fell for FOMO today. Real hard, and I was so disappointed.
I love Esper, okay?
Oh, I can get you an Esper.
I love Esper.
With a free orange pass, because you don't go out.
Esper is so cute!
Hi, David. What's up, David? We're gonna do Musical Monday in a bit. Right now we're doing a short shiny hunt. Since I'm already out and about. Alright, let's go. Let's go. There's my Pokeball. Did I bring my Pokeball Plus? No, I didn't. Alright, we're going. We're just gonna go. Hi, guys.
Do you want me to read you some stories?
Yes. You want to save it for later or you want to tell the stream now? It's up to you.
That's up to you guys, actually. Like, whether the stream wants to listen.
Nothing better to do. Go ahead.
Let me find some serious stories.
Wait, what made you look this up? Like, I'm so confused how you went from...
Oh, I've always been, so, you know Corpse Husband, right? Yeah, I've always been listening to his scary stories. And I love listening to the ones that are, like, cyber-related, stalkers, etc.
Yeah.
Like, the only ones I don't listen to are the paranormal ones because those ones are just too real to me. And it's just like, I get too freaking scared of the dark and like just ghosts and all that, and it's just like, no, not today, Satan, not today.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow, but not today.
Yeah, not today.
Okay, I see. I was like, why is Tracy looking up scary stories of Pokemon Go?
Oh.
I'm like, I'm like, this is why she has nightmares.
It was on the Pokemon Go one, just on the playlist, and like it just happened.
Got
because
it.
It was like what do you call it? I don't know, it was just there.
Okay.
You know? So
Got it.
It was, yeah.
I feel. Ooh.
Let me find the Pokemon Go one real quick.
Well, guys, we're having terrible shiny luck this week, other than the Psyduck. That was kind of cool, and the carp. Doesn't count though. Wait, I'm gonna zip on my jacket, guys. It's kind of cold. Okay. Tracy out and stream. Okay. All right, let's walk. All right, last minute. Wait, I need to take my. That would have been a cool shiny. Come on, guys. Come on. Okay, I need to take this gift that my Charizard found. Is my Charizard hungry? Yeah, my Charizard's hungry. Okay, we're gonna get 2 more hearts from our Char here. Ugh. There it is.
Honestly, you're probably not wrong. This is probably where I get most of my nightmares.
Yeah. your brain is getting too many ideas. Just kidding.
It filters through this.
Give your buddy 10 treats. So, how many people we got in the stream right now? Can someone comment? Or Tracy?
Let's see.
Can I guess?
4
8?
people.
Damn. That sucks.
No, we got 4. 8.
Psych.
That was funny.
Mm-hmm. One day, guys. One day we'll actually have viewers. But
Yeah.
Like tons of viewers. Let's do Lux. Wait. I think we're doing Lux right next. I forget who's next in line for this. At any rate, my Luxray. Your birthday soon? When's your birthday? Hello, Luxray. Luxray. Come out. Okay. It's kind of cold out here. Yes, we got tons of followers today. Tracy was like, you know, maybe
this video?
Oh, shit.
Oh, go on.
No, Tracy was like, maybe I should moderate less, because whenever Tracy's here, she gets less. I get less followers. But when
yeah, we had the running joke where like I scare away all the followers and stuff.
we actually got a good amount last night too. So.
Oh, okay. This one was a 2-hour-long video I watched. I watched about 1 hour and 40 minutes. There's still 2 hour. There's still about like half an hour left. No, a little over half an hour left.
Oh my gosh.
For me to watch. But basically, this one was horrifying search and rescue stories, and then it says I'm a search and rescue officer for the U.S. Forest Service, and it's basically like some of them are actually like scary stuff. The others are kind of like what do you call it? They're
Paranormal.
like the stairs that randomly appear in the middle of the woods, and like people are always like, "Don't go up the stairs; something bad will happen." And these idiots still, you know, they don't listen. They go up the stairs, and like, let's say that they were like searching for a little girl who was missing for like 3 days, and they were hot on the trail. The dog would just suddenly lose the trail because someone went up the stairs, or someone touched the stairs, or even came close to the stairs. It's just like, bruh. So it was like hella superstitious.
That's kind of weird. That kind of weird.
Do you want me to read you some of the stories?
Yes.
Okay.
What? SC
Guys,
pizza for the game
if you get
control.
scared,
I don't get scared.
don't click off the stream, just mute me. Okay, let's see. Was it this one? I'm trying to find. Okay.
Start trying to find
So
people
the
that get
tab
pizza.
is listed under I am a search and rescue officer for the U.S. Forest Service, and I have some stories to tell. And it was posted on Corpse's Reddit, basically. So it starts off as, I wasn't sure where else to post these stories, so I figured I'd share them here. I've been an SAR officer for a few years now, and along the way, I've seen some things that I think you guys would be interested in. And then the first story starts off, I have a pretty good track record for finding missing people. Most of the time, they just wander off the path or slip down a small cliff and they can't find their way back. The majority of them have heard the old, quote-unquote, stay where you are thing, and they don't wander far. But I've had 2 cases where that didn't happen. Both bother me a lot, and I use them as motivation to search even harder for the missing persons cases I get called on. The first was the little boy who was out berry picking with his parents. He and his sisters were together, and both of them went missing around the same time. Their parents lost sight of them for a few seconds, and in that time, both the kids apparently wandered off. When their parents couldn't find them, they called us, and we came to search the area. We found the daughter pretty quickly, and when we asked where her brother was, she told us that he'd been taken away by the bear man. He said he gave her berries and told her to stay quiet, that he wanted to play with her brother for a while. The last she saw of her brother was he was riding on the shoulder of the bear man and seemed calm. Of course, our first thought was abduction, but we never found a trace of another human being in the area. The little girl was also insistent that he wasn't a normal man, but that he was tall and covered in hair like a bear, and that he had a weird face. We searched the area for weeks. It was one of the longest calls I've ever been on, but we never found a single trace of that kid. The other was a young woman who was out hiking with her mom and her grandpa. Apparently, according to the mother, the daughter had climbed up a tree to get a better view of the forest, and she never came back down. They waited at the base of the tree for hours, calling her name before they called for help. And again, we searched everywhere and we never found a trace of her. I had no idea where she could have gone because neither her mom or her grandpa saw her come down. A few times I've been out on my own searching with a canine, and they've led me to straight up cliffs, not hills, not even rock faces, straight, sheer cliffs with no possible handholds. It's always baffling, and in those cases, we usually find the person on the other side of the cliff or miles away from where the canine has originally led us. I'm sure there's an explanation, but that's sort of strange. One particularly sad case involved the recovery of a body. A 9-year-old girl fell down an embankment and got impaled on a dead tree at the base. It was a complete freak accident, but I'll never forget the sound her mother made when we told her what happened. She saw the body bag being loaded onto the ambulance, and she let out the most haunting, heartbroken wail that I've ever heard. It was like her whole life was crashing down around her, and part of her had died with her daughter. I heard from another SAR officer that she killed herself a few weeks after it happened. She couldn't live with the loss of her daughter. But these are just like a bunch of stories that I'm like just reading down the list. If they don't want to, if the viewers don't want to listen, since I don't have the Twitch chat open, like I still have the stream running, so, plus 1 viewer. But if they, don't want to listen anymore, just tell me, so I'll stop.
Look on the stream, Tracy.
Huh?
Look on the stream.
Okay, looking. That looks like it came from like a whole horror movie thing. Like,
you're telling me these stories. I'm like in the dark in like this park, like woods.
I would be too scared.
And I just saw a cross from the ground. I literally just saw a cross from the ground.
No.
What does it say?
No, not today, Satan.
Oh wait, okay, this is better. This one says love each other. Oh, you guys can't see it.
Okay.
There's just something on the ground that says love each other before we die. Anyway. Sad's like, damn. Because we're about to die. Hey, this is a dust skull nest.
Sure it says that.
Guys, this is a dust skull nest. Ooh, Scary.
All those dust skulls. Wow.
Scary. Scary. Alright guys, so we're just gonna go to the top of the park and then head down, then go back home. Not too long of a shiny hunt. Just want to try to catch a last minute shiny. Plot twist, starting my story. Starts. Alright, Duskull. Lol. Ah! You should.
The lol is the face.
Yeah, we're gonna start every stream by telling some stories. Scary stories. Oh.
Oh my gosh. I'll have to start finding a bunch of like different sources then to revive it.
I'm so happy we didn't get another shiny carp.
Okay, I'm gonna resume the story. I don't know if it's SAR or SAR. What do you think?
What? What did you say?
The search and rescues? Do they say SAR or do they say SARS?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just gonna call it SARS.
SAR just sounds like the virus, so you should probably call it SNR. It's the SARS virus?
The search and rescue officers.
Bunary. Bunary.
Okay. Bruh, I still prefer Bunary as like its baby evolution.
You didn't get a shiny, by the way. Tracy didn't get a shiny on that. All right. Are we done telling stories? Or?
I mean, it's up to them if they want to hear it or not.
Yeah.
Or like if it bothers you that I'm reading it.
No, I'm good. I ain't afraid of some crosses on the ground in the dark.
Bro.
In the cold.
Okay. I'm gonna continue then.
Okay.
This one was actually like kind of this was one of the scary ones that I actually like panicked about when hearing it. But it says, one
Nice
of the
one,
scariest things I've had ever happen to me involved the search for a young woman who had gotten separated from her hiking group. We were out until late at night because the dogs had picked up her scent. When we found her, she was curled up under a large rotted log. She was missing her shoes and pack, and she was clearly in shock. She didn't have any injuries, and we were able to get her to walk with us back to the base. Along the way, she kept looking behind us and asking why that big man with black eyes was following us. We couldn't see anyone, so we just wrote it off as some weird symptoms of shock. But the closer we got to the base, the more agitated this woman got. She kept asking me to tell him to stop making faces at her. At one point, she stopped and turned around and started yelling into the forest, saying she wanted him to leave her alone. She wasn't going to go with him, she said, and she wouldn't give us to him. We finally got her to keep moving, but we started hearing these weird noises coming from all around us. It was almost like coughing, but more rhythmic and deeper. It was almost insect-like. I didn't know how else to describe it. When we were within sight of base ops, the woman turns to me and her eyes were about as wide as I can imagine a human could open them. She touches my shoulder and says, "He says to tell you to speed up. He doesn't like looking at the scar on the back of your neck." I have a very small scar at the base of my neck, and it's mostly hidden under my collar, and I have no idea how this woman saw it. Right after it, she said, "I heard that weird coughing right in my ear, and I just about jumped out of my skin." I hustled her to ops and tried not to show how freaked out I was. But I had to say, I was really happy when we left the area that night. Like, shit. I panicked so hard when I heard that story. It's like, oh my god, the Lavender Town series, LOL. No, there's actually a YouTuber named Lavender Town, though.
Yes.
Dang.
Lavender Town.
She also does art, so it's like, aw, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's fine though. And then it says, "This is the last one I'll tell. It's probably the weirdest story I have. now. I don't know if this is a true story in every SIR unit, but in mine, it's sort of like an unspoken, regular thing we run into. You can try asking about it with the other SIR officers, but even if they knew what you were talking about, they probably won't say anything about it. We've been told not to talk about it by our superiors, and at this point, we've all gotten so used to it that it doesn't really seem weird anymore.
Guys, we just caught a Hundo Surskit.
Nice!
We caught a Hundo Surskit here.
You made me like jump for a second when you like start going like, oh,
look, guys. We got 100% Surskit.
Why do you have to do this when I'm reading scary stories? Literally like scared the bejeebies out of me.
Look at that. We have Hundos. We actually already have a Hundo Masquerade, so now we have a Hundo Surskit.
Oh my gosh, you had the family.
I scared I scared
Jesus Christ, you scared me.
I scared
okay.
Sorry, go ahead. Gigi, nice Hundo.
Okay. On just about every case, when we're really far into the wilderness, I'm talking 30 or 40 miles out, at some point you'll find a staircase in the middle of the woods. It's almost like if you took the stairs from your house, cut them out, and put them in the forest. I asked about it the first time I saw some, and the other officer just told me not to worry about it and that it was normal. Everyone I asked said the same thing. I wanted to go check them out, but I was told very empathetically that I should never go near them. I just sort of ignore them from now on whenever I run into them because it happens so frequently.
Yeah, we're doing a short shiny hunt. I'm heading home now, though. We're gonna start a Music Monday. But yeah, Tracy here is just telling us some scary stories. Okay, go ahead. Keep going. I just want to answer the stream.
And then there's a part 2, and this is where like the stairs part come in.
Ooh.
Okay, part 2. So I logged back on tonight, and I was blown away by the staggering amount of interest this seems to have generated. First off, I'll address a few things that you guys have brought up. There's been an overwhelming amount of people mentioning the similarities between some of my stories and those of David Pauline's. I assure you, I'm not trying to rip him off in any way. I've got nothing but respect for the guy. He's actually what inspired me to write this, because I can verify a lot of the things he talks about. We do a lot of these strange missing persons cases, and most of the time they aren't solved. Either that, or we find them in places they have no business being. And I personally haven't been on many calls like that, but I'll share a few that I've seen and a story my friend told me that relates to this. There's a lot of feedback about the stairs, so I'll touch on that briefly here, and I'll also include a story. They come in a variety of shapes, sizes, styles, and conditions. Some are pretty dilapidated, just ruined, but others are brand new. I saw ones that looked like they came from a lighthouse. They were metal and spiral, almost old-fashioned. The stairs don't go up infinitely, or farther than I can see, but some sets are taller than others. Like I said before, just imagine the stairs in your house as if someone cut and pasted them in the middle of nowhere. I don't have any pictures. It's never really occurred to me to try again after the first time, and I don't feel like risking my job over it, quite frankly. I'll try again in the future, but I can't really promise anything. A few people expressed confusion about the guy who ran into the man with no face. Just to clarify, when the climber ascended and reached the top of its peak, he saw another man in a parka and ski pants. This was the man with no face. Sorry for the confusing wording of that story. I'll try to avoid that in the future. Alright, on to the news stories. As far as the missing persons go, I'd say about half the calls I get are related to that. The other calls are rescue calls. People who fall down from cliffs and hurt themselves, get injured by fire. You wouldn't believe how often this happens. Mostly drunk kids. Get bitten or stung by animals or insects. We're a tight team, and we have veterans who are excellent at finding signs of lost people. That's what makes these cases where we never find any trace of them so frustrating. One in particular was upsetting for all of us because we did find a trace of them, but it just led to more questions than answers. An older man had been hiking alone in a well-established trail, but his wife called us to say that he hadn't come home when he should have. Apparently, he had a history of seizures, and she was worried that he hadn't taken his medication and suffered one out on the trail. Before you ask, I have no idea why he thought it was okay to go out alone, or why she didn't go with him. I don't ask about that kind of thing because past a certain point, it really doesn't matter. Someone is missing and it's my job to find them. We went out in a standard search formation, and it wasn't long before one of our vets found signs that the guy had gone off the trail. We grouped up and followed him, spreading out in a fan to make sure we were covering as much ground as possible. Suddenly, a call comes over the radio telling us that we all had to head back to the vet's location, and we come right away because this usually means the missing person is injured, and we need a full team to help them get out to safety. We meet back up, and the vet is just standing at the base of a tree with his hands on the sides of his head. I asked my buddy what's going on, and he points up to the branch of this tree. I almost couldn't believe what I was seeing, but there was a walking stick dangling from a branch at least 30 feet off the ground.
What the?
The little strap on the handle was looped around the branch, and it was just hanging there. There's no way the guy could have tossed it up that far, and we don't see any other signs that he's still in the area. We call up into the tree, but it's obvious no one's in it.
Dude, Starly.
We're all just sort of left scratching our heads. Huh?
No, the bird. I was telling it to shut up.
Yeah, I heard it, like, drilling in the back. We keep searching for the guy, but we never find him. We even bring our canines out, but they lost the scent long before the tree. Eventually, the search is called off, and because there are other calls we have to attend to, and past a certain point, there's not much we can do. The guy's wife called us every day for months, asking if we had found her husband, and it was heartbreaking to hear her get more and more hopeless each time. I'm not sure why this call in particularly was so upsetting, but I think it was just the sheer improbability of it. That and the questions that were raised. How the hell had this guy's cane ended up there? Did someone kill him and toss it up there as like some kind of weird trophy? We did our best to try and find him, but it was almost like a taunt. We still talk about that one from time to time. Give me a sec.
Oh, weird.
Like the back of my throat is like kind of.
Also, this event ends in 4 minutes, so we're gonna grind it out. Get
Which
that.
one?
The Psyduck, Goldeen,
The one with the Goldeen?
and Ralts. We're gonna clutch a shiny
Good luck!
gold
I sent
duck.
you all the shiny luck.
We're gonna clutch it out right now. Right
Alright.
now. Duskull, clutch
Oh,
it out.
this one is another one. Missing kids are the most heartbreaking. Doesn't matter what circumstances they go missing under, it's never easy, and we always dread the ones where we find deceased.
No.
It's not common, but it does happen. David Pollitt talks about a lot of kids as they are teens find in places that they shouldn't be or couldn't be. I can honestly say I've heard about this kind of thing happening a lot more than I've seen it, but I'll share one of the stories that I think about a lot, that I witnessed personally. A mother and her 3 kids were out for a picnic in an area of the park that had a small lake. One was 6, one was 5, and the other was about 3. She watched them all really closely, and according to her, she never left them out of her sight at times. She never saw anyone in the area either, which is important. She packs her stuff up, and they start to head back to the packing area. Now, this lake is only about 2 miles into the woods, and it's on a very, very clearly established trail. It's almost impossible to get lost from the parking area to it, unless you're deliberately going off the path like an imbecile. Her kids are walking in front of her when she hears what sounds like someone coming up the path behind her. She turns around, and in the 4 or so seconds that she's not looking, her 5-year-old son vanishes. She figures he stepped off the trail to pee or something, and she asks the other 2 where he went. They both tell him there was a big man with a scary face, came out of the woods next to them, took the kid's hand, and led him into the tree. The 2 remaining kids don't seem upset. In fact, she says later that they seem to have been drugged. They're sort of spacey and fuzzy, so of course she freaks out and starts frantically searching the area for her kid. She's screaming his name, and she says at one point she thinks she heard him answer her. Now, obviously, she can't go blindly running into the woods. She's got 2 other kids. So she calls the police and sends us out immediately. We respond and we start the search for him. Of course, this is a search which spans miles. We never find a single trace of the kid. Canines can't pick up the scent, and we don't find any clothing or broken bushes or literally anything that could signify a child being there. Of course, there's suspicion about the mother for a while, but it's pretty clear that she's completely destroyed by the whole thing. We looked for this kid for weeks with a ton of volunteer help, but eventually the search peters out and we had to move on. The volunteers keep searching though, and one day we got a call on the radio letting us know that a body has been found and needs to be recovered. They tell us the location and none of us can believe it. We figured it has to be a different kid, but we go out there and about 15 miles from the site where he vanished, and sure enough, we find the body of the kid we've been looking for. I've been trying to figure out how this kid got, or where he did, ever since we found him, and I've never come up with an answer. A volunteer just happened to be in the area because he figured he might as well look in places no one else would think of on the off chance the body had been dumped. He comes to the base of a tall, rocky slope, and halfway up he sees something. He looks through his binoculars, and sure enough, it's the body of a little boy, stuffed in a little opening in the rock. He recognizes the color of the kid's shirt, and he knows right away that it's the missing boy. That's when he calls it in, and we're dispatched. It took us almost an hour to get his body down, and none of us could believe what we were seeing. Not only was this kid 15 miles from where he started, there was no possible way he could have gotten up on his own. The slope is treacherous, and it's hard for even us with climbing gear. A 5-year-old boy had no way of getting up here. Of that, I'm certain. Not only that, but the kid doesn't have a scratch on him. His shoes are gone, but his feet aren't damaged or dirty. So it wasn't as if an animal dragged him up here. And from what we can tell, he hasn't been dead that long. He'd been out for over a month by that point, and it looked like he'd only been dead for at most a day or two. The whole thing was unbelievably strange, and one of the most disconcerting calls I've ever been called on. We found out later that the coroner determined the kid had died from exposure. He'd frozen to death, probably late at night, 2 days before we found him. There were no suspects and no answers. To this date, it's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Whoa.
Bruh.
Bruh, you're just a kid just blown out.
With their scary face.
Yeah. Alright guys, that's the end of the event. The spawns look like they've changed, I think. So we're going home.
I'm gonna log on now. Because you probably already spun the stop.
Nope, I am still spinning for you.
Okay.
Yep, there's still like one more focus stop coming up or two.
Okay. Then I'll leave it at that for now then.
Okay. We're just driving slowly. 5 miles per hour.
Did you want another story? This one's a little long. Or should I find a shorter one?
We'll probably be home in like 5 minutes or so. Then we're gonna start the Musical Monday. Oh, a shelter though. That would be a very cool shiny. No. Oh, it's a shelter nest. Shelter nest. Shelter nest. No. The cherub. Did I catch it? Did I catch the cherub, guys? I did. Hondo? Hound they are. Alright guys, so we are on our way home. Just give me a couple minutes. I'm just doing my last checks and then we'll be on the road. Right? Oh, love that orange shiny. I enjoyed it. Yay, David enjoyed it. Woohoo! Sky says, actually missed what he said. Alright, last gym, then we're on the road. And I'll talk to you guys in like a couple minutes. Patrat, shiny Patrat would be nice. Nope. Alright. Wait, found our great ball, great throw. Nope. And no ball. No more. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be driving now. So I'll see you guys soon. Can't wait for these cars, and then we're gonna start listening to some music. I'm excited. Yo, Adrian and Mimi went hard. They posted like 100 songs.
Oh, I have an actual scary one. It's not as long as the other stories. So do you want me to read it?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll be home in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be within 5 minutes. It says, a lot of my less outdoorsy friends want to know if I've ever seen the goat man while I've been out on calls. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, I've never had anything quite like that happen. I guess the closest thing was the whole black-eyed man thing, but I didn't get anything else similar to that. However, there was one call we had where something similar happened. I'm not sure if I'm willing to chalk it up with the goat man. We've gotten a lot of reports that we had gotten a report that an older woman had fainted along one of the trails and needed assistance getting back down to the main area. We hike out to where she's at, and her husband is just beside himself. He runs, well, I guess more jogs, to us and tells us that he was a little ways off the trail and was looking at something when his wife started screaming out behind him. He runs back to her and she's passed out on the trail. We get her on a backboard, and as we're getting her down to the welcome center, she comes to and starts screaming again. I call her down and ask her what happened. I can't remember verbatim what she said, but essentially what happened was this. She'd been waiting for her husband when she started hearing this really strange sound. She said it sounded like sort of like a cat, but it was off somehow. She couldn't quite figure out why. She went a little ahead and to try to hear it better, and it sounded like it was coming closer. She said the closer it got, the more uneasy she was, until she finally figured out what was wrong. I do remember this next part because it was so weird that I couldn't think. I don't think I could have forgotten if I tried. It wasn't a cat. It was a man saying the word meow over and over again. Just meow, meow, meow. But it wasn't a man. It couldn't have been because I've never heard a man make his voice buzz like that. I thought my hearing aid was going out, but it wasn't. I adjusted it and it still sounded all buzzy. It was awful. He was coming closer, but I couldn't see him, and the closer he got, the more scared I was. The last thing I remember was a shape coming out from the trees. I guess that's when I fainted. Now, obviously, I'm a little perplexed as to why a guy would be out in the fucking woods chanting meow, meow at people. So, once we get down the mountain, I tell my superior that I'm going to search the area to see if I can find anything. He gives me the go-ahead, and I grab a radio and hike back to where she fainted. I don't see anyone, so I keep going about a mile more. And when I head back, I go off the trail to see if I can figure out where she was, and to see where he came from. It was almost sunset by this point, and I don't have any desire to be out at night alone, so I just sort of write it off like a mental note to check it out again in the morning tomorrow. But as I'm heading back, I start to hear something in the distance. I stop and I call out for anyone in the immediate area to identify themselves. The sound didn't come closer or get any louder, but it sounded exactly like a man saying meow, meow, and it's a really odd monotone. And as comical as it makes it sound, it's almost like a guy on South Park with the electrolarynx, Ned. I go off the trail in the direction I think it's coming from, but I never seem to get closer. It's almost like it's coming from all the direction. Eventually, it sort of fades out, and I end up back at the Welcome Center. I didn't get any further reports like that, and even though I went back to the area, I never heard the exact same sound again. I suppose it could have been just some stupid kid out there fucking with people, but even I had to admit it was weird. And then, so the comments were like, it didn't get closer or louder because it was right above you, and I was like, oh shit!
Meow.
I got so
meow in the chat, everybody.
No.
What's up, What's your name?
Bruh.
I missed your name. Your name is I think it was Harris.
Old?
Harris, welcome to the stream.
Harris. Oh, Harris Harold. Okay. I don't read names with numbers like properly.
Oh, is it Harold? Did I say it wrong?
It's Harris Harold.
Oh,
But yes, it's Harris.
Welcome to the stream. We're about to do we're doing this thing called Music Monday. So do you want to join the Discord? I don't have any Mesprit raids. We're actually, I mean, no, I'm in America. But if you join the Discord, we can do international raids over there probably. Hey Mimi, we're about to start Music Monday. I'm just going home. Oh, what's up, Cropping? Is that you who just joined the Discord? All right, guys, I'm home.